things keep dropping as far as energies and reconnecting and things like that. So this is third try. Third try is a charm, we hope, right? Um, so I'm on here again. I was on here yesterday, and yesterday we did a reading in this new moon energy or full moon energy. And let me tell you, it's weighing a little bit of havoc of what the energies are doing. So if you feel a little tired and worn down, that's okay. That's what's happening. It's basically trying to tell you to, hey, hone in on what you need to do for you. Take care of your body, take care of the energies, take care of everything that you need to do for your body and your mind. Okay. I'm trying to get my chat up on my computer because you guys know that I'm a boomer. And we are going to try to, answer some of your questions as we go. So I'm not going to get into answering a ton of questions today, just because I'm doing all the signs. So I came on here to do your categories, fire, water, earth, and air. And so this will be for the first part of June while we're getting out of that full moon energies. So seeing what's going to happen that first week of June for you. Just sort of been guided to a little worn out. I am. I'm fighting a cold or a flu or something. But also too, I just felt not pressured, but urged to come on and do this reading for you guys. All right. So I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do the water signs. So that's Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. We'll get those done, and then we'll go on to the next sign. And I think I'm just going to do them water, fire, earth, and air is how I'm going to do them. Water, fire, earth, and air. So let's see what's going on for the Cancers, Scorpio, and Pisces. And if you are on, please don't hesitate. Oh my gosh. This was last month's energy. I can't make this stuff up. So, divine, this is for you guys that are brand new to my site or my channel. This deck here, this oracle deck here is divine. So, this is from the highest power. This is from your ancestors, your um, people on the other side, but it is mainly divine, the highest power, universe, your highest resource source of who you listen to. Could be Allah, could be universe, could be God, it could be, however you do that. So we had this in the month of May, guys, but this is for the Cancers, Pisces, and Scorpios, the higher view. And this is really going to be a good energy because as we come into the 14th of June, we have the new moon then. And the new moon definitely is and the new moon is in Pluto. Okay. So it's a lot about facing things that might have been hidden, things that you didn't see. You can see the dark on the bottom, the light on the top, so things that you might have to face and release, which elevates you to that next level. Okay. It's also the number five. Five's shown up quite a bit in the month of May, especially towards the end. And that is something that you really have to look at. She looks very relaxed. Okay. She looks really comfortable. The new moon coming in Gemini is going to be allowed her to do that. But she's very relaxed in what it is. So she is basically looking at everything to move her forward. This is actually the ending energies that we have in May, this full moon energy. It's that release to expand energy that we talked about. But this is definitely to that next level. It's sort of like, hey, I'm figuring things out. I'm getting things figured out. Welcome, welcome. Hopefully I can read this better, but I really maybe not. My glasses, new glasses, and I still can't see, right? So blue heart love, welcome. So again, if you're just popping in, I am doing the water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. All right. Things to expand yourself through the end of May with this full moon energy and going into June. We're talking about June for this first week. All right. So it's going to be an extension of that energy. It's going to be extension of that release and expansion. It's going to create some curiosity for you guys. It's going to create sort of an ambitious move. You might get a burst of energy, that kind of a thing. So let's see what your energy is, or there are people around you. Definitely the spider. Oh yeah, definitely. 100%, guys. 100%, because the spider, again, we got the number 5 and the number 6. So we got a little bit of consistency going on your creativity, on your expansion, your curiosity. Okay, we've got the spider. What does the spider usually do? Builds a web. Builds a web for several reasons. One, for food and for sustainability and things of that nature. Welcome, Gerd. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce it. But the thing is, now I'm doing your signs. I'm not doing like our full reading where we ask questions, kind of a thing. This is about your signs today. But this is definitely an energy where there's creativity and that curiosity in that first month or that first week. There might be curiosity of a relationship, a job, something that you want to do, because we got the number 5, which is a new energy, sort of an uncomfortable energy. It's like when you wash your I don't know why they're giving me this scenario. When you wash your jeans or your pants and they're a little tight at first, and you're like, oh, this not the most comfortable, but then as you wear them through the day, they get a little more loose and they're more comfortable. That's sort of that energy that's going to be the first week of June for you guys. It's like, oh yeah, I want to do this. Yeah, I like this. Sort of trying a new hobby, trying something to keep your mind busy outside of work. I keep hearing that people are just too much focused on work. But the spider is very active. It's a very, very active creature. It's always building. And as things get torn down, it rebuilds again. So, for you guys in the water signs, this might be something that you are doing, tearing down, releasing. Remember, if you watch the whole live one I just did yesterday for the full moon, it's about releasing, tearing down, and rebuilding to expand, making room to expand. Yeah, definitely. So, what is it that the water signs would like to expand on? What is it that you're doing, or what do you need to release? Again, in yesterday's reading, we talked about up for the end of May is that release of things of the past. So hanging on to those things of the past that don't serve you anymore, because you got to pay attention, because we have 2 retrogrades coming. Well, we're in one retrograde, and then we have a new retrograde coming, because May 6th started the Pluto retrograde. Okay. And that's about getting the ambition and hunger and drive that you want to do to get going. Yeah, so definitely about that. That Pluto retrograde, that one goes until October 26th. It's a long one. And then at the end of May, we have the Mercury retrograde again. Okay. And that Mercury retrograde is a lot about reflection. It's a lot about releasing, that kind of a thing. Definitely, definitely. So again, I think in these next few months, especially until July, when we really hit a huge shift in all kinds of energies with the planet. So all the kind of energies with your signs, there's like a huge shift. It's almost preparing you. It's almost getting you proactive, and that kind of thing. Gurdip, Gurdip. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I really, really do. So it's preparing you. So the thing that you don't want to happen in July, and really pay attention to everything around you. This is the time of awakening, and this is a time of awareness. So not keeping your head down on the texting and the phones and this doom scrolling and stuff like that, because you're going to miss it, or you're going to miss out on something, or you're not going to be prepared, and you're going to be caught with your pants shouldn't have had my head in the phone so much. Oh crap, what was I thinking? That's what's basically going to happen. All right. So let's see what else these cards are going to bring for my water signs. This is like a roller coaster for you guys. Holy Toledo. So in the current, just the current past, there's might have been some thoughts about things, or something may have happened in good for you. Might have been a little tiny thing that maybe you took for granted, but it did happen. It's trying to show you some balance, some peace, some patience. That it's sort of like, it's for somebody, this higher view, this higher power for you guys. It's like showing you, if you have the patience, do you see the reward? If that instant gratification isn't always the best, right? It's not, because a lot of the times the instant gratification is very superficial because it's going to go away. I'll give you a hypothetical. If you're in the United States, we have a lot of grass. We have a lot of areas where you have to mow your lawn. And yeah, when you have a grass that's sort of ugly and long, when you mow it, it's instant gratification that it's beautiful, it's cut, it looks nice, but that goes away because it starts up again. So it grows again. And that's me. I love to mow my lawn because I love that instant gratification. However, I know it's not going to last and I'm going to have to mow it again. So this is sort of that energy for that first week. It's like, okay, ooh, I made this leap. It worked really good. Now what's the next step? Because this is not going to last. So it's like when you learn something new, once you get used to it, there's no more challenge. You've already learned it. So what is it next that you need to learn to get that skill level up, to keep your ambition, keep your curiosity, keep everything going, water signs? Definitely. This might have something to do with also somebody in this next week reaching out to you. This might be something, and again, it's the number 9 at the center. So it's great to have these little rewards, big rewards, whatever they are. But he's sitting on a wood bench, and that wood bench is hard. And like I'm just talking about, he's not going to stay there. If it was a comfy recliner or really cozy or really nice, comfortable sofa or whatever, yeah, he would stay there, but that's not the 9. So it comes back around because the 9 is an infinite number. It never stops. No matter how you multiply it, it comes back to 9. So the thing is that it's going to keep happening. So again, um, what did they say? Something in tides. I'll ask him again. But the thing is, it's like ebbs and ways is what they said. I'm like, ebbs and ways, ebbs and ways, ebbs and with the tide where it comes in and comes out. So we have struggles, then we have rewards. Then we have struggles, then we have rewards. So, but there's something around somebody for you guys, the water signs, that has a celebration around. So there looks like maybe somebody's going to be coming back around or reaching out or something like that, that maybe you haven't heard from in a while, and it's going to bring you some joy. Might last just short bit, but you know, they're going to come around. Um, for water signs, the Hierophant is in reverse. So somebody's focusing more on the earthly things than they are the spiritual things. So somebody's focusing on this ebbs and ways based on happiness. Now, happiness is temporary. Happiness is the number 9. It's great, but it goes away. It doesn't last. Okay. I mean, for the 9 of cups, because it doesn't last. So what divine is saying, look at the higher view, and that's joy. Is it going to bring you a long lasting happiness? Is it going to bring you a long lasting joy? Or is it just going to be temporary and be happiness? Because temporary is like a fart in the wind. It comes and it goes and it stinks because it goes away, kind of a thing. I always use that scenario. Don't ask me why. All right. And at the end of your reading here for this first week, you have the number 2. So you have the opportunity to bring things together, but you got to really pay attention. Tell you from experience, guys, And my daughter used to say, maybe you have ADHD when you were, that you just didn't even know it. Because I do so many things at one time, but I finish them. So when you have ADHD, you get many things going on, but a lot of the times you don't finish them at the same time. You know what I mean? You may not even finish them. But the idea is, are you juggling too much work? Maybe you're doing two jobs, maybe you're going to school and work, maybe you're, doing too much. This is the time, guys, with this full moon. Go back and watch that reading that I just did yesterday on the full moon. Watch it because it's about releasing what you don't need. And maybe you don't need some of this stuff that you're multitasking and too much of. Okay. And that means that you need to release so you can expand. Okay. So we can be ambitious and hard workers and want to do all those things, but is it the right time to do all that? Because it's going to wear you freaking out. I know. Look at me. I'm exhausted today. But it's going to wear you freaking out. Okay. And then your health is going to take a hit. You're going to get too stressed out. You're going to get tired. Your body's going to start doing things. You're like, what the heck? Why is it going this way? You get to my age, everything starts to sag, and it's like, oh crap, on top of the health issues. So don't cause that stress to yourself. Okay. I am not doing readings. This is I will do readings when I have the general reading. This is for your signs. But if you have a question about the sign, all right. I don't know what you're talking about. You can say whatever. I don't know what that means. Sorry. Prabha. I don't know what that means. But yeah, so water signs, that's it. So let's get a little bit of clarity before we move on to the fire signs. All right. What else do you have for clarity for the water signs? All right. I love this victory in the beginning, but you know what? This is something that you might have to reach out to a friend and say, hey, what am I good at? What am I, what are my strengths? And this could be emotionally, this could be spiritually, this could be your work. Maybe you're trying to find something new out, but ask your friends, what is it? And ask them to be truthfully honest. Boy, this is just sort of a repeat water signs from yesterday. Please go back and watch that full reading on the full moon. Just, subscribe to Divine Warrior Intuitive. I'm on live a lot. So I don't do a lot of recorded because I don't have the time to record and edit and do that. I'm doing that for my leather channel and it takes a lot of time. So I have a leather channel for, making leather things and helping with saddles and tack and all that kind of stuff. So I do a lot of lives for readings here. Okay. So 4 of Cups and 5 of Cups. We did this yesterday and you saw me shuffle, and then we have the Ace of Cups. So definitely towards the end of the week, the first week of June, because we're sliding out of that full moon energy, this is definitely an opportunity to start and get ambitious about something you've really wanted to do. Okay. Something you really wanted, not in a sense of earth. I'd really like to buy this. I would really like to own this. That's earth. What I'm talking about is, what is it that you have been wanting to do? Is it travel? Is it to go see somebody? Is it to volunteer? Is it to make something new or start a new hobby or career? What is it that you want to begin? And when you do that, that you're ambitious about it, that energy is going to begin to expand and open up, because that's what this full moon is about. But the thing is, if you don't release something that is holding you back to do this, which is most of the time you sabotaging yourself, then what's going to happen is you're going to stay stuck. And it's going to become a pipe dream. I heard pipe dream, pipe dream. And a pipe dream is a dream that you take. Okay. So, what is your dream that you want to do, that you want to become ambitious about, and start taking step by steps to get that for you guys? All right. For somebody, they're like, yeah, can't do it. This we talked about in the full moon also. The energies of negativity, the low vibrational, the low frequencies that you just like, oh, woe is me. It's never going to happen. I might as well not do it. Oh, I'm not smart enough. I don't have the money. I'm telling you, I went from being homeless to a business owner in a year. There are so many resources. So you got to stop making excuses, stop complaining, get on the horse, and at least try. All right, that's all I can say about that because there's definitely opportunity. And I love the Ace of Cups because it overflows with joy, it overflows with peace. There's a bird and a message there. It is one of my best and favorite cards. So, water signs, get moving. That's what it is for you guys. Get moving. Get moving. Too funny. All right. So hopefully water signs this. I would love to hear and comment and see what happens in this next week for you. Definitely subscribe, hit the channel notifications, come and see me anytime I do live on one readings through either Etsy.com. You'll go on Divine Warrior Intuitive, or you can go on my website for coaching, mindset transformation, nutrition, fitness, all that kind of stuff there, as well as book a half hour or an hour reading, personal reading. Definitely do that. Okay. All right. So let's move on to the fire signs. So we're looking at Aries, Capricorn, and Sagittarius. Let's see what's going on. So for the fire signs, of course, I'm going to leave the Divines card because that is the energy for the first week. Um, He's asking me for the fire signs to look at the wings, which are flapping. Um, so that means there's movement. Leo, hello. You guys are, yes, Leo. Did I not say Leo? Did I say air? I'm half awake, okay? I'm half awake. Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Yes, yes. But the thing is, on this one here, they're having me look at the wings. The wings are flapping, but I'm noticing they're like, look at the right, look at the left. And I'm like, okay, what's so big about it? And so I see that one is on fire, one is not, one is moving, one is not. So this is again for you guys. Hello, Felix. Hello, hello. Capricorn. Yep, Capricorn is coming up, I think. What are we doing? I have to watch a little list so I have the right one so I don't redo them. Yeah, Capricorn is coming up next. Okay, after this one. So the earth signs are coming up next. But I'm going to show you this here, guys. So if you look, well, maybe it's not really moving. They're flapping, but they're not moving. But you'll see one side is light and one side is dark. So let's see why they have me looking at the wings for you guys. They had me licking her face, licking her face. Oh my God, Lord Jesus, looking at her face for the water signs, and that had to do with a lot of calmness, a lot of peace, a lot of energy in that sense. So let's see why they have me looking at the wings here. It's interesting because it's, and then there's like a really light cloud above there that is moving up, and it's sort of got a halo. I don't know if it's something you guys can see or if it's just my third eye is seeing, but we'll see here. All right. All right. Let's see what's going on for the fire signs. So we know that the higher view is divine. Okay. We know that he's talking about movement. He's talking about light and dark. Again, this is sort of the full moon energy again, guys, if you listened yesterday. And then we have the high priestess, the number 2. And the high priestess, we know her card is she's one of the highest spiritual cards along with the Hierophant, and that's discernment, prescience, a prophecy, and vision. Okay. So let me get these downloads in for a second and hear what they're trying to send me a signal of or message of. I keep hearing the word awakening. Again, with the full moon energies, this is typical. We're moving into the full moon, but this is an awakening that is not only spiritual, but it's almost like a growth period for somebody. It's um it's a mental growth. It's almost like when you go that, and I think that somebody is actually trying to move from being earthbound to more spiritual bound, is trying to be awakened. Now, when we come into July, that's going to be really, really huge because that is an awakening month with everything happening astrologically. It's definitely that way. Okay. So, but discernment, this is about your intuition. So, and I talked about this, you guys, the fire signs. I don't know if you were there yesterday, but definitely was talking about your intuition and about growing that and how to release and expand, release and expand. And we just talked about that in the water signs, right? Capricorn, that's coming up next. Uh, who are you? Manic Shaw, Manic Ha. No, you need to find another one, or I have to block you, please. This is not the genre that you want to be in. We have our own beliefs. We accept yours. I accept mine. Everybody. So yeah, no, and please don't comment anymore unless you have something to say about the readings in a positive manner, or I need to block you. All right. So definitely want to talk about your discernment and where you're at with that. Okay. So fire signs. All right. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Oh, woo! What's going on in your first week? Oh boy. Somebody's got some chains. Somebody has got some chains from the past that need to be released because they're not doing you any flippin' service. Wow. You've got a lot of beautiful cards here. What is going on, you guys? There is something deep hidden that you are just not admitting to. Um, and I want to say that other people may see it and you're not, and you think you're fooling them, but you're not. Okay. You're not fooling them. So definitely. Hey, my thing went down. Am I still here? All right. So again, you guys that are popping on, I'm not answering questions in this one. That was yesterday's. This is reading for your signs. But something is going on that you're really somebody, either you or somebody else is keeping hidden, and you think you have them fooled by not saying, not showing, but it's you're that energy that you're putting off is that low vibrational energy without even knowing it. Does that make sense? So it's like you have a secret, you don't want to share it, but maybe somebody says something and it triggers in you, and you're like, oh, I remember this. And your energies just go whoop, they suck into you, and it's something that somebody feels. It's like, wow, what just happened here? It's when you do you know that your body language is 67% of how you communicate than over your verbal or your written? That's why when we do readings, we want to see the other person, because it's not only that your body language says a lot, but your energy says a lot. And when they say your eyes are the window to your soul, 100%. I can look into somebody's eyes, and a lot of the times, if they veer down, they veer away, it's something they don't want to show. So it's pay attention to body language this week of people, the energies that are they're giving off, and see what it is that you can awaken to read that behavior in a human, because that's going to share a lot. Us empaths, we do read the energies, but as an empath, you're taking in all the information at once, sucking it in, third eye, and boom, it goes out. Things coming because you have the devil card right out of the chute. This is sort of like an energy of now, sort of a little bit of the past. And then you end up having the best card of all the tarot deck. The 78 cards is the 10 of Pentacles. It's the whole compassing of joy. You have temperance next to that. You have the 6 of Cups in the center, which is definitely about embracing the past, embracing the good things of the past, and moving forward with that energy rather than the negative energy. Because look at this, you turn around when you do that, and you have the 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups. You've got so much love and compassion and kindness and generosity. It's flowing. I can feel this energy and it's wanting to rise above. Oh my gosh. And this is why he had me look at the light side, because it's like I'm trying to show you so much love. I want to show much love. I want to give so much love. And the opportunity is there, but there's that moon at the end of the reading. The ultimate end of the reading for the month, for the week, is stating that even though you want things to happen, because there is a gate there. If you look between the sun and the sun and the moon again is the owl. It's both light and dark, and it's hidden, but it's not hidden. So it's up to you to actually say, you know what? And this was in last yesterday's reading, that I am going to go ahead and share whatever it is I need to share. And then if it is meant to move forward, it'll move forward. If it isn't, it won't. Right, Felix? But it is. This is the way it's supposed to happen, because there is opportunities. But again, my concern is this devil card straight out of the chute. It's holding you back. And what I saw in my third eye is weights holding these feathers down. It was like a string with an anchor, and it can't rise up with all that weight. So that's one thing that we really need to pay attention to, because your card is the High Priestess. It's a spiritual card. What is it that you can cut the rope of the weights and fly? Allow the owl to fly. Okay. Vision. Whatever you're envisioning, the word vision, whatever you're envisioning, it doesn't mean that it's something that is a pipe dream, like I was telling the water signs. It's not. It is a dream that you can make happen. A vision. I'll give you a hypothetical. My daughter, since she was the age of 4, we went to Disneyland. I took her to Disneyland for a weekend. And while we were there, I said, something about Disney, she is going to be in this for the rest of her life, or at least for a career. And what happened is we went to Disneyland, we went to Disney World, we went to Disney World, we went to Disneyland, and off to college. And then it wasn't going too well. And she said, Mom, she called me and she says, I applied for the Disney college program. Now there was 3 for a while, went back to college, and now she's in an internship for Disney. So again, you cannot see all these happenings. However, you might have that intuition in you, that discernment, that vision that it's trying to get you to move into a certain direction, to get you to that path, whatever it is, to rise up. But you got to pay attention to the intuition and the spiritual side of who you are. Your spirit is trying to scream out on things that this is you. This is what I want you to do. You're supposed to be moving this way. So, fire signs, what is it? Because it's this thing. But the one thing you do have to do is patience. I heard baby steps, baby steps, baby steps. But again, there is peace and joy and love and compassion, all the things that you can take with you when you pass over with you in whatever it is that's being hidden. And if it's ugly, and if it's from the past, and it's hurtful, and you haven't done your homework, it's time. It's time to do that hidden and stop hiding this secret or something that you guys have, a trauma, PTSD or whatever, and face that fear, because it's ready. When you face the fear, don't run from it. Look at the beautiful cards that you have coming in June. Oh my gosh, I wish I was you guys. I wish this was my reading. All right, so let's see what else Divine has to say for fire signs. All right, let's see. Divine, anybody on the other side that wants to come through? Any messages between my third eye, between any of my senses that you want to share with me? Somebody is stressed out. They're getting a lot of headaches. I don't know who that's for. Really pay attention to that. You might check your blood pressure. But those headaches are coming from too much stress and overthinking. You're definitely on an earth sign. I mean, not an earth sign zodiac. I mean, you are worried about everything too much. Let it go with the flow. Let God work. Let divine work. Let the universe work, whoever you believe in. Six of Swords, Tower card, and the Fool. This is beautiful. Change is coming. It's always coming. Again, but the Six of Swords, the Tower, and the Fool. I gotta love it in this energy, because this is going from, okay, and again, look at this. We got a balloon. What do balloons rise? You want to rise, but change has to happen, and you're the only one to make it happen. And then we've got the Fool. The Fool is a new pure energy. This is one with curiosity. This is that Pluto retrograde energy. This is what's coming in with that retrograde on the 14th. I think it's the 14th. When is Pluto retrograde? No, Pluto retrograde was May 6th. But it's definitely that new energy. It's also with the new moon energy, the 14th. That's what I was trying to think of. The 14th, that's for the new moon. So, what is it that you need to share? Get the secret out, get whatever it is that's weighing you down out. That's that release and expansion in this full moon. And we're shifting into it. Definitely have to pay attention and discernment. If you're sort of beginning to notice, hey, I already sort of knew that, or oh, I knew that was going to happen, or I knew they were going to say that. Pay attention to those little signs, because that's your intuition, just catching in on, again, those vibrations, those frequencies that you are expanding. And that's that awareness that's going to come in July. It's a humongous awareness time in July, and you're going to see that. All right. You're going to see that happening. And I know that a lot of people are really afraid of spirit, or afraid of things moving in their house, or hearing something, or, oh gosh, it got really, really cold, or, I smelt something, or somebody, or whose perfume or cologne that was. And they're passing through. It's just their energies and residual energies of that nature. Residual at lot people think there are spirits around, but a lot of things that are haunted, they say haunted is residual energies that people have lived there in there before, and that energy is still there. It's like when you hold what do you call it? Like something of somebody who's passed. And why do we hold it? Because their energy still is got the vibrations and the frequencies there. So, same with spirits. Sometimes it's just a residual energy and they're really not there. It's just their residual energy. All right. So, pay attention to what you're wanting to envision, pay attention to that discernment, and imagine that owl with weights hanging off its wings, just like I did, whether they're weights or anchors. I just see this weird shaped cement block and it's pulling it down. What's pulling you down this next week that you need to release that is not serving you in a high vibrational manner this next week? All right. It's something's pulling you down, and man, that's heavy and weighted, and what a burden. Please release whatever that is. And even if you have to sage or if you have to pray or whatever it is that you do to gain, and that's chained to this earth, chained to a low vibrational thinking, chained to, I'm not good enough, chained to, yeah, you're never going to get there. Yeah, you want to be an astronaut. You can't even do your math. Whatever it is, it doesn't mean that you might be an astronaut going into space. Who knows? You might be doing something in NASA. It doesn't mean that, but you are in space science. The thing is, we can go anywhere. And that's what vision is about. That's what vision is about, okay? So where is your vision? And stop hiding it. You know, the thing is, if you hide it, and I don't mean hide it, oh, this is what I'm going to do, tell everybody, to hide it to yourself. Be honest with yourself. Don't allow that to be a pipe dream. Allow it to be a dream. And dreams take motion. Dreams take flight. Oh, thank you. That was beautiful. Dreams take flight, but you have to be the one on the runway running. All right. All right, fire signs. That's for you guys. Woo! Wow. Wow, wow, wow. All right. So we are going to go to the earth signs next. All right. If you want to say hi, I would love to see you say hi. Not answering questions. Sorry. And that's for the other readings. If I'm doing your signs, I'm not going to do questions unless it's related to the reading. Okay? But you're welcome, Felix. I love you too. But if you want to subscribe and come into my full hour readings, oops, that's the wrong one. To my full hour readings once a week, you're very welcome to ask questions there. Okay, most of mine are live. So, all right, we're moving on to earth signs. So that's Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus. Okay. And when we have this new moon in June on the 14th, it's going to be in Gemini. So it's the fast moving energy. It's really a fast moving energy. All right. Yeah, Capricorn. Yes, yes. Yes, it's a third. I'm an earth sign too, guys. I'm a Virgo. Can't you tell? Oh, all right. Here we go. Oh my gosh. It's already 12 o'clock. What time is it where you guys are at? I want to know what time it is where you guys are at. I would love to know. Oh, I love this one. Okay, so again, we're going to stay with the higher view, right? Okay, we already know about that, and it is the number 5. Got to 12:30. Oh, are you on the West Coast? Like 12:30 at noon? Oh, in the morning. Definitely the higher view. Again, the number 5. Okay, that's divines, and then our energy for the Earth signs is the Deer. It's the number 4. Gentleness and diplomacy. Woo! Gentleness and diplomacy. And what I heard was your words. A gentleness in your words. You can be honest and truthful, but still be gentle. You don't have to say things abruptly. I personally have to learn that myself, okay? Because I am one that will tell you the truth. And I finally understood. Welcome, welcome. I don't know what that says, user something. Welcome. But I am one that I learned that I do walk in truth. And when you do walk in truth, that keeps your integrity, your morals, and everything, right? Really high, which we want. However, it's how you deliver the truth. Thank you for that. I was didn't know the word, but deliver the truth. Because I used to be blunt and I just used to say, you know what, if you don't like it, you don't like it. Too bad. I'm telling you the truth. That is really not soft and gentle. Deers are very, very gentle. And so that's our thing, and it's not a good foundation because you're setting up a bad habit. So when we say, you know what, I know that, that's your opinion, but I'm telling you the truth the way that I know the truth. That's a little bit more gentle. Okay. And the reason why I say this is because I noticed that my daughter is very blunt and truthful. And I'm like, wow, did I sound that way? Because it makes you almost begin to sound like an asshole. Okay. And you don't want to do that. You want to be gentle because this is what brings you to that higher self, that higher vibration, that better self. And I have a friend that does that too. And it's like, do you hear how you sound? I used to be that way. All right. So, earth signs, let's see what's going on. Diplomacy, doing things the right way, doing things in high integrity, high morals, high values of that nature. Thank you. If you want those cards, please have them drop again. Um, but definitely have to look at how you are moving in this next week, especially with this full moon. Okay, because we're running into the full moon in the week of June. So, how are you moving? What's your behavior like? This is a time for self reflection for us. Okay, yeah, definitely. Ooh. Oh my gosh, definitely a time of self reflection. I mean, I said that before I even put these down. Okay. All right, earth signs. Let's see what we got going. Definitely a sign of reflection. Oh my gosh. This is almost, oh wow. I can't believe this. The last card is the same as the fire signs. Um, but we're pretty close to the fire signs, but on some of us. But the thing is your first card out is the death card. Okay. Death card, again, is not only about change, but it's more about how you make your decisions. Okay. And I love it that it's got the Seven of Pentacles. So if you're just listening to this, the Seven of Pentacles is facing the death card. So all this hard work you're looking into, you're paying attention. Did I make the right decisions? Should I have made the decisions differently? Did I make this decisions being proactive? Or was I reactive? Do you guys know the difference? If you're on and you know the difference between proactive and reactive, raise your hand. If not, I'll explain it because it'll change your life completely to know those two things. When I coach, we talk about that a lot. When I talk about transformation, mindset transformation, we talk about that a lot. Um, then you have the sun. Gosh, it's like somebody goes through a struggle and then they get out of the struggle and they go into another one. They get in another struggle, then they get out of another one. And they go into another struggle and then they get out of another one. But this next one is about betrayal. This is about somebody doing you wrong. I'm going to say it politely, crapping on your sunshine. Somebody else said the other word, but I'm like crapping on your sunshine. So it's like whenever you start to get really happy or joy filled or things start looking up, somebody's going to just crap on it because you know why? They're jealous. They're very earthbound, whoever that is, because you've got the high priestess next to that. Look at that. Oh, I wish I could show the whole thing. I gotta figure out how to do 2 cameras. I'm such a boomer. I wanna go where you can I can click back and forth and you can see the spread, but I have to buy that stuff and I don't know where and how to buy it. So, but look at this. So you have the sun, then you have the 7 of swords facing the sun. It's like, I'm gonna ruin your fun. And then I have the high priestess where it's like, okay, you know what? I don't care what you say. I'm gonna follow what my spirit, what my heart wants, right? And then the fool is next. But then we have the last card, which is the moon. Again, just like the fire sign, things that are hidden, things that need to come forward. Again, it's the moon and the sun together. And you've got the sun here. You've got a lot of good things going, but somebody wants to crap on it. You got two number sevens, okay? And we have a 5 and a 4 and a 13, a 3 and a 2. We got consecutive 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7. Okay. But the thing is that what you need to do is focus in for the earth signs this next week is focus in on you. Don't worry about what's going on around you. Don't worry about it's putting your blinders on. I see that racehorse again that I talk about. And if you don't know about horse racing, a lot of the times when they put the horse in the chute, it has blinders on because it needs to stay focused on itself and what it's running. It doesn't need to worry about what's outside. It needs to focus in on which way am I going, where am I going, who am I going with, and how I act. Again, there's that deer around situations to bring me to a higher frequency, a higher level. Okay. Because something is pounding you down. It's again, like I said, it's a struggle. It's not. Somebody's crapping on you. It's not. And then it's like, it's that ebb and flow again. It's a great time and then it's a crappy time, and it gets a great time and it's a crappy time. And this definitely has something to do with somebody who's sort of screwed you over. That's in the middle of your reading, guys. So let's see what else is going on with the earth signs. It's almost like somebody doesn't care. Somebody's like, whatever. One of you guys out there is like, I don't care. Let it go. You might be getting older, and that's when we do that. Because, like, I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but the thing is that I am, don't care. I'm at a stage in my life where I focus in on me, what I brings me joy, and what makes me happy, and even circumstantial, whatever it is, and I don't care. So a lot of these people are like, "You listening to the politics? You hear what's going on in the world?" I am aware what's going on, but if it doesn't affect me directly that I can fix it in my bubble, I don't worry about it because I'm going to stress about something I have no control about. None, zero. I mean, totally. So why would I do that to myself or my family? I've got enough on my plate just in my own little bubble, right? So definitely. And so somebody is carefree, and that's beautiful. Stay with that energy, but don't stay so carefree that you become complacent. Okay. That's that fool memory. That's that fool energy. Okay. And don't bury your head in the sand. You don't want to bury your head in the sand because the thing is, if you bury your head in the sand, then you really don't know what's going on, even in your own bubble. All right. There's somebody with the decision that they have to make about work. I don't know what Capricorn that is, but you know what? That decision that you're going to make is the right decision because the sun card is there. Okay. So it's going to turn out the way it's supposed to. It's going to be helpful. Oh, I have a package coming. I'm like, why is somebody at my door? I have nobody coming to the house today. So definitely, if you are trying to make a decision about work, it's going to turn out really, really beautiful. If you've had something of that similar nature happen before and it didn't turn out, you're not that same person. This is definitely going to turn out better Just like my grandma. Oh, gee, thanks. Thanks for the compliment, though, Brittany. Thank you. Oh my gosh. It's gonna get cut. It's way too long. I look like a shaggy dog, but thank you. That was sweet. Okay, so let's see what else is here. So, work for somebody, definitely, if you make that decision, it's the right one. It's moving in the right direction, definitely. Okay. If somebody's in a relationship, um, that there was some questions about a relationship, definitely you got to listen to your gut on that one. If something's not going right, if something seems like two and two is not adding up, then yes, definitely have to listen to your intuition on that one. All right. My earth sign, 7 of Wands, 5 of Wands, a lot of self-talk, a lot of things going on. Queen of Cups, I got this, it's gonna happen. Queen of Cups, I've got the confidence. Yes, make it rock, make it roll. This is what's going to happen with this owl. Definitely. This owl energy is lifting you up. And when you do things for yourself in gentleness and kindness, definitely that's where it has to start first. If we don't do it, then and you know what? Okay, thank you. Somebody's watching you. Now, I think this is a little person. This is like um, a young person watching you. You are setting the example for somebody. This is for somebody. I don't know who it's for, but you're setting the example for this little person how to grow up. We never really pay attention to who's actually watching us. I don't know how many years it's been when I actually realized I didn't realize I have old wisdom. I really don't. I didn't think I did, and I still don't. But there's so many people that would come out of the woodwork, and I remember when you told me this and I listened and it really helped and blah 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 blah. We don't realize who we are touching. We don't realize. So this is why divine is saying walk in integrity, walk in high morals, walk in gentleness, walk in diplomacy, because and diplomacy meaning treat everyone the way that you want to be treated. Again, you're going to have to stand up because, again, there's the Tower card, that was for fire, but there is the Death card here. Okay. There's the Death card here. So that actually is a change. It's a change that's coming. Oh, thank you. Manju, thank you. Oh, you have blessings. You are always blessing. Was a bird freak. She had birds everywhere. Oh, bless her heart. She loved nature. She loved nature. But this again, you're going to have to stand up for yourself in this. And it is going to mean change. And it is meaning to make maybe a hard decision. But for somebody, really, for earth signs, you've really got to pay attention. 5 of Wands and the Queen of Cups, because at the end of the day, you are the queen, you are the king, you are whatever it is that you go by, but you are of the cups. This is an intuition card. This is the discernment card. This is having confidence, having lifting yourself up to get to the place that you want to be, not what anybody else wants you to be. All right. All right. It's craziness, craziness. Again, but you have the moon, and that moon or the moon card, you can see the sun in it. You got the sun here. And something is trying to tell you something. You've got to pay attention to what is trying to tell you something. Are you seeing the same numbers over? Are you seeing white cars, a lot of white cars? Are you seeing